lovelies, how are you? Okay, so what do we all think about the King's coronation? And the Queen's, I should say, as well. Queen Camilla. Is that how she's going to be known? Personally, I think she should be known as Queen Camilla rather than Queen Consort. She is married to the King. I'm on the fence. Personally, I really have no time for the royal family. However, I have compassion for them all as people, as spiritual beings, as we all are. I have compassion for the fact that they've chosen extremely difficult roles on this planet at this time, just as much as we have chosen to be here on this planet at this time. As for the coronation itself, very interesting, very traditional, outdated, yes. Beautiful, yes. Magnificent, yes. The music was absolute perfection as far as I'm concerned. I particularly loved the gospel choir. I thought that was absolutely amazing. I thought they sang to perfection. They all looked immaculate, all dressed in white. And that kind of really did bring what I thought a bit of a modern twist, a lovely modern twist. The choir, absolutely outstanding. The building, outstanding. So let's try and look at things from a different perspective, okay? Now, I understand that lots of people disrespect Camilla. They disrespect Charles. They don't like him. They think the crown should have gone straight to William. That was never going to happen. This is Charles's calling. He was always going to be king. He won't be king for 70 years. That's just not possible. He's going to be 75 this year, I think. I think Camilla already is 75. So it's very interesting. What I want us to try and do is to see things from a different perspective, from a higher perspective. Okay, let's try and bring in the compassion instead of all the hate that's out there, that's covering Facebook, this, that and the other, people saying not my king, this, that and the other, because ultimately it really doesn't matter. Life will go on. This was always going to happen, whether we like it or not. I understand that financially we're all struggling. And we all kind of think it's a waste of money. The gold coach and all the diamonds. Oh my God, that scepter absolutely had me mesmerized. The size of that diamond in that thing was, well, that would sort a few debts out, mine included. But anyway, so I understand that, but I don't understand the hate and the disrespect actually for the people. If people think that Charles has done a wrong in Princess Diana because he ultimately married his mistress, as we like to label her. Camilla is the love of Charles' life. What we have to remember is we are all human beings, okay? We are all amazing, beautiful, spiritual beings having a human experience. Not one person on this planet is perfect, okay? Least of all me. If mistakes had a name, it would be Sharon Swan, okay? Trust me. But this was always Charles' calling. He was born for this job. He has waited 70 years to get the top job. Can we all just take a step back and think about what it would be like to wait for 70 years for a job? I can't imagine that at all. There's lots of people that think, well, you know, the Queen should have abdicated earlier. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. You know, surely you want to take a step back and let your children shine. I don't have children, but I'm sure if I did, I would certainly want to do that. So I think really we should be considering that as well. It's difficult, and I understand and I get it, the thing with the finances. We're all struggling, you know, people are choosing whether to heat their homes or eat, keep food on the table, this, that, and the other. But at the same time, we should really take joy and pride in the fact that really it was a celebration for everyone. Let's try and lose the disrespect. Let's try and lose the hate, because do we really want to stay in that energy? I certainly don't. Diana actually came to me this morning, and this is going to be really controversial, but what she said to me was she was never queen. She was never going to be queen. She is not queen now. We need to get over it already. And I know that's really controversial, but this is the energy I'm picking up really strongly. Let's get over it already and move on, okay? This has happened. The king has been crowned, King Charles III. Queen Camilla has been crowned, Queen Camilla. So let's just take a step back and breathe and accept the situation for what it is. It is what it is, okay? For those of us that think that the crown should have gone straight to William, that was never going to happen. It's not kind of the natural law of monarchy. Spiritually, William is not ready yet. He is absolutely not ready yet. I was watching him throughout, well, obviously when the camera went over to him, he takes this very seriously, very, very seriously. He takes this seriously because he knows that, I don't know, in 5, 10, 15, 20 years time, that's going to be him that's going through that. I have no idea how long Charles will be king. Personally, I don't think his health is that great. That's not going to say he's going to shuffle off anytime soon. But what I want to say to people is, okay, so for those of us that think the crown should have gone straight to William, but are moaning about or complaining about the amount that it's costing and the amount that's coming out of the public purse, would you still be complaining about that financial burden if it was William and Catherine on the thrones? I don't know. Just saying. It's a very difficult situation. It's delicate, but I want to try and help everyone see that it's okay. It's going to be okay. This was always written in the stars. It was always going to happen. It's playing out exactly as it should be. You know, when we reincarnate into this planet, which is, let's face it, it's bloody hard work, this planet. To be honest, I would not want their job. Would you? I would not want that job in any way, shape or form. So it's difficult, you know, but when we reincarnate onto this planet, we bring karma, we bring trauma. I believe we also bring parts of our personality through with us. This is all playing out exactly as it should. I believe the current British royal family were previous royals in previous lifetimes. What I did like about the coronation was the nations that come together from all over the world. I did take a step back and I thought, why can't we just do that anyway? You know, just for one day. It was like everybody kind of came together. Let's do that anyway. We are all one, after all. It was lovely to see everybody united. Some of the crowd, a lot of the crowd, kind of looked bored, bemused, as if they were thinking like, what the hell am I doing here? What the hell's going on? Particularly I could see a few people in the crowd. I don't know who they were. Kind of, I could sense the energy. They just didn't like Camilla. What's wrong with the woman? Yes, okay, she was Charles' mistress. She is now his wife. How many people out there have gone and had affairs, extramarital affairs? So as I said, not one person on this planet is perfect. We're all here to learn. Usually unconditional love. This is all happening to try and teach us unconditional love. It's trying to teach us compassion and tolerance. Let's take a step back and try and see this now from the bigger picture. As I said, I personally don't have a lot of time for the monarchy. This is just me. But what I feel really strongly is that until we reach a point, the collective, until we reach a point where we realise we no longer need a monarchy, this will continue. We are all sovereign. I want us to step into our own sovereignty. So what I would like this to be is a time to celebrate ourselves. We are all sovereign. Really and truly, we should not bow to any man or woman for that matter. Bow to yourself. Bow to God. This really can be something beautiful. The pomp and ceremony of the Brits, let's face it, nobody on the planet does it like the Brits. Particularly I love the Coldstream Guards. In case you don't know, they're the ones with the big bearskin hats. I always think they look amazing. It was, honestly, it must have been whoever organised it. You know, let's think about the people that organised it. They must have had sleepless nights. It would have been a logistical absolute nightmare. I felt they were all really nervous as well. Charles was really nervous. But there was a couple of points in the ceremony as well, where Charles and Camilla looked at each other and I could see pride in their gazes. I could see true love in their gazes. And I thought, that's wonderful. Who are we to disrespect that? Who are we to moan and cringe and complain about true love. We're all learning on this planet. We are all children of the universe. We are part of the universe. We are part of each other. So therefore, when we look at another person and disrespect them or complain about them, we have unhealed wounds within ourselves. So I think really we should take this time to look at our own lives. Is it really that perfect? I think the problem is because a lot of people, if they don't have what we expect to see, like the kind of Instagram perfect life, and particularly if they're in the public eye, then it's kind of 300 times worse than what it should be. But let us not judge. We should not judge. As I said, this is played out exactly as it was always going to be. Diana is, was, and will always be a beautiful soul. The queen of people's hearts, if that's how you wish to label her. She's beautiful. But Diana knew in her heart of hearts that she would never be queen of this country. She would never be queen of England. And she was fine with that. She's made peace with this situation. And of course, the Queen herself attended the ceremony. I could see her. She had her hand on Charles's shoulder at one point. I could sense her energy there. And she's very proud. She's very proud. And so she should be, you know. She's handed the crown to her son. And not before time, really. As I said, he's waited 70 years. He was born for this job, for this role, for this commitment. I have an issue with the fact where they say they're here to serve. Okay, so they might, well, they do help with tourism, of course. You know, they might go and see a few third world countries, etc. Go and feed the starving or whatever. But true service never ends. It should not be about waving out of a car window or collecting a posy of flowers from a disabled child. It's more than that. It's having compassion for every living soul on this planet. It's about empathy, trying to understand where everybody's coming from, understand we're all on our own journey. There is no separation. We do not need a monarchy. But as I said, as a collective, we are not yet at that point where we think we literally don't need them. We still need people to look up to. Why? Because we've been conditioned to think that we're not good enough. You know, you have to have respect for your elders. You know, if anybody's got the loudest voice or the most money, you know, we that's it. We have to look up to them. No. Every single person on this planet is equal. We are all equal. So, I've got a tarot deck out. I thought I might just pull a couple of cards and see what we think. Let's have a look. Okay. What do we think about Queen Camilla? Let's ask about Camilla first, okay? Let's see what we get. So she's obviously stepped into a new role. This is new to her. She's scared. She can feel the energy of, I don't like to say it, but the hate, the disrespect. She's scared. She is. But there's a celebration. There is a celebration, and she has close friends. Wasn't her, was it her sister and, I don't know, a close friend, like her ladies in waiting or whatever they were called? I'm not sure. That were the ones that were also dressed in white. These are trusted. These are very trusted. I feel she's been pouring her heart out to them. She's been worried, which is a shame. It's a shame. So let's see what else we have. What else do we have about King Charles? King Charles. Four of Swords. So he needs to rest. He needs to get his act together now. He needs to take time out by himself and go within. This is a brand new opportunity. What I do think Charles will do, which is personally I think really, really good, I think he's going to slim down the monarchy, which is absolutely brilliant. There are a lot of hangers-on. There are a lot of stragglers. I don't really want to... Oh, no, sorry. Let's just name them. Okay. Say, for example, okay, so Prince Andrew's daughters, Beatrice and Eugenie, they take strain on the public purse. People like that, okay, that are not considered senior royals, they will be stripped back, I believe, under Charles's reign, and I think that is a good thing. I think that's a really good thing. People like Prince Harry, he has decided to take a step back anyway. I thought it was a shame that Meghan didn't go. Now, I know a lot of people dislike her as well. I have really no opinion. I think, to be honest, I think they're extremely brave to do what they've done, because they're probably the first royals that have actually done that publicly as well, taken a step back. The thing is with the monarchy, it is, I do feel it's extremely outdated. All we have to do is take a look at the way everybody's dressed, you know, the flowing robes, and it really is like kind of 16th century. It's extremely outdated. I think Charles is going to pave the way. And Camilla, actually. I do feel Camilla has a lot of compassion, particularly for women's rights, which is excellent. But I do feel very strongly they will both pave the way for William and Catherine to come in and kind of take over. I don't know. I'd like to think personally that William and Catherine were the last kings and queens. I'd like to think that by the time they get here, we will get to a point in the collective where we, as I said before, where we realise we don't need the monarchy anymore. We no longer need them, because we realise we're all sovereign, all of us. But I honestly don't know. That won't happen in my lifetime. You know, however long they will be monarchs for, I don't know, probably about 40 years or something. I don't know. This card has just popped out. And it says, let go of the past and breathe in your new incarnation. So really this is now what they need to think about now. They need to step forward into the new, as we all do. We all do. Like Diana said, it's time to move on. Get over it already. This is a beautiful card. I get a lot of Christ energy with this card. This is definitely all, it's heaven sent. It's all meant to be, whether we like it or not. It's not going to change. We can't change it. People who do the protests, not my king and all this, and posting pictures of Diana on Facebook. I did ask her what she thought of that. She just said people will be people. You know, it's a shame, but as I said, we need to move out of this energy of hate, resentment, irritability, and really step into the energy of love and compassion, because that is the true king. Take care, my loves. I'll see you soon. Bye.